Mosley Performance Learning Center is a non-traditional school for students who have endured some social issues, any non-academic issues that have prohibited them from reaching their full potential, and are in danger of dropping out of school. Some students have already dropped out and decided to come back, and the format of the school, the model, has worked for them to help them achieve their diploma. We look for folks who, first of all, have an internal motivation to earn their diploma and then go on, if they are capable to do so, to post-secondary education. But primarily someone who is 17, 18 years old, needing 4, 5, maybe 6 credits, and they can get those credits within a year using the NovaNet curriculum that we give. Well, in using NovaNet primarily to drive instruction, that is one of the non-traditional characteristics that we have. But in coupled with that, we have certified teachers who are able to give that one-on-one attention. We speak of smaller class sizes and teacher-student ratio, but here it's actually practiced. We have a maximum of students in a classroom of 15. And while some students are working on NovaNet, you have another student who has the teacher right beside them working through questions and problems that they may have. And then that teacher can move to the next person who may have a question that comes along during that same class period. So instead of doing a lot of group instruction, even though some is given, the majority is one-on-one interaction with the teacher.
You have like 4 or 5 lessons with little quizzes at the end. Those usually take like 45 minutes or an hour, less if you're in quite a hurry. And then at the end of those, they take roughly a week, about a module. Should be about a week.
Okay.
And then at the very end, you have a mastery assessment, and you take that, and that's how you get credit for the module, is by completing that mastery.
It's really cool because you can move at your own pace. You don't have to wait around for other people. And it's not as, I don't think it's as hard as like maybe a teacher standing behind a board and trying to teach you. It's just easier. You can get done a whole lot quicker. You don't have to wait for everybody else to catch up with you. You can look for help online. You can do everything on the computer. You can look for help like on the NovaNet. You can write teacher notes and things like that. So I just think it's a whole lot easier than sitting down with a textbook and trying to get it done like that.
A NovaNet curriculum for every course that's offered. A module consists of several lessons within the module. So once a student logs on, they go to the module that they're currently working in, and they work through the lessons, and the lessons basically serve as instruction for that particular module. They'll take notes, they'll look at videos, they'll interact with the computer, again still taking a good portion of notes. The teacher then can offer quizzes that correspond with those lessons within that module. And once all lessons are completed, the students are then given an assessment for the module, and they move on through the module until the curriculum is complete.
Lessons are mostly text. They're kind of like old school video games, but more, I guess, educational is a sufficient word for that. But
done, credit is awarded, and that student can then move from one course directly to the next mid-semester. They don't have to wait until the semester change, which is the beauty of the program. This allows us to have students graduate early than they would at their traditional high school.
And I guess they'll take the EOC on the spot as soon as they're done.
We can basically give the EOC, we give the testing department about 2 weeks notice to let them know when we foresee an EOC being needed, and we can then give the student the EOC. Matter of fact, we just gave one yesterday.
Okay.
We had gotten some information through an email about the program being offered, and being that we are a non-traditional school utilizing computer technology within the classroom solely, it was a perfect tie-in to what we were doing. And we have students who were interested in getting college credit while in high school, and that is what the iSchool program allows the students to do. So we have students who are overachievers, and they love the computer and are utilizing it to their advantage to secure credits for them when they plan to go to college.
Well, what I've known so far is that it's an actual college course, and it's a college credit. And it's something beyond what I've done in high school. and I'm not saying I'm like the most brilliant person,
Sure.
but I like to be challenged. And I feel that taking a college level course would be challenging because I see some of my friends take it, and I've read some of the material that they've done so far, and it seemed really interesting. It seemed like, what did Edgar Allan Poe do for a living? You know, like basic high school stuff is actually something that you can probably learn and grow from.
It's not like Novanet, however, it employs a lot of what college students would use through Blackboard.
Right.
Assignments are given by the professor, and there are due dates that they have to be turned in. There are links where the students can get additional information about the courses that they're studying and supplemental materials that may help them in the classroom.
Well, in the Performance Learning Center, I am the site coordinator and the services coordinator here for this Performance Learning Center, in that my role entails I track attendance on a period-by-period basis during the day for the students. I also coordinate all of the mentoring and the job shadowing and internships here as well. I'm also a senior project coordinator for our graduating seniors, and I have to sponsor certain parent events throughout the year to incorporate the parents into the student body as well. We always have our annual open house where the parents come in and they meet the staff and the students, the regular things. But then we gear it up a notch or two. We have FAFSA night for the parents. Actually, the parents come in. It's like a workshop on financial aid and scholarships that are available for their students. We also have holiday dinners. This year we're going to have, on the 17th of December, we're going to have a holiday dinner for our parents to come in, meet and greet with the staff again, and get to know them. We also invite the parents to actually come in and sit through a day of school with their student as well. So coming up in the spring, we have 2 more parent events. There's actually going to be a workshop about health and wellness. So we're going to try to combat, we have a lot of students who are in high-risk behaviors.
Yeah.
We're going to try to combat some of those through the Health and Human Services Department.
It's a lot more personal than a regular high school. Like, even though they aren't teaching us the class and we're like taking these online things, like the class sizes are so much smaller, and the teachers know, they get emails like about what lesson you're on and what you've completed and what you got on this, so they know exactly where you're at, what you need help with. I mean, they have it all on a chart rather than like some large class where everyone's just kind of doing the same thing and people can get left behind in the, you know.
I can move at my own pace. At a traditional high school, I had trouble with skipping because I would grasp the concept, but then I might have to wait for a day or so for the teacher to move on to a new concept, and I would get bored and disinterested, and because of skipping, I would fall behind and I wouldn't want to go to class. So it was just a non-ending circle. But here, there's no way for you to fall behind. There's no reason for you to wait. Once you have something done, even if you're ahead on your pacing guide, you just continue going forward.
What really makes Mosley work well is the fact that it is a non-traditional setting for these students. It's self-paced. They can come in, they can work as quickly through courses as they need to. They can take EOCs when they're finished with that course. It's very rigorous, but at the same time, it's flexible to where it can meet their schedule. They can come in and make their time up anywhere as early as 7 a.m. and they can stay as late as 6 p.m. We have Saturday school as well. We provide transportation for the children, on Saturdays. I think the environment itself is just set up for success. It gives them, they can see immediate gratification in that they've made achievements and they can see the progress that they've made. And it kind of gets them excited because they've never made grades like this. They've never seen what they could really do with their potential. And the more you reward them and show them that, hey, they're the ones who put in the work in. They're the ones who are doing the hard part. So that's what makes this environment really good, because all of them have barriers to and challenges to learning. A lot of coming from different households and different challenges that they face, in their social settings. But when they place all those aside and come here and take part in the model here, it really works for them.
Love this place.
Do you?
So much better than regular high school.
Right.